Okay, today we're going to pull the axle out of this Jeep Comanche. I've actually already pulled it, but I'm going to show you how I did it. And I'm going to show you how I did it using this. This is the Maddox Slide Hammer from Harbor Freight. The axle is out, so let me show you the process. Okay, today we're going to investigate this fluid leak on the Comanche. So if you go underneath here and you look right here, you'll see some fluid dripping out of the drum, and that is either brake fluid or axle fluid. Best case scenario, brake fluid. Worst case, axle fluid. I think it's probably axle fluid. It's very oily. So we're going to see. If it's axle fluid, I got to pull the axles out of here and put some shafts. If it's brake fluid, I'll just put a wheel cylinder. Got my safety stand on, so let's get started. We're going to pull this wheel off here. Let's see what we got going on here. I believe this Comanche has a Dana 44, and looks like we've got 10.06 diameter brakes. Probably original. Let me see if I can get this off. Come on. It's hard to do one-handed. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Okay, I can already see what the issue is. You can see in there, it is leaking right here, which is the bottom of that seal. That's the axle seal right there. So I do not see any leaks or obvious leaks on this wheel cylinder. So the axle seal needs to be replaced. So anyway, I'll put this back together because I'm not going to do this right now. And I will, of course, do a full axle service. I will change the fluid, pull the axles out, change the seals, probably change the bearings, just like I did on the old XJ over there before I did my overlanding trip, and put all new shoes and brakes on it and call it a day. All right, and to address these seals, I'm going to take the differential out and figure out how to pull these axles, probably change the bearings and so forth and so on. This is unique to the Comanche. If you haven't seen these, this is a load leveling proportion valve for your brakes. Just random thing there. I don't even know if it works. So I'm gonna take this differential cover off. All right, look, it may have had royal purple in there because this gear fluid is red. I do not see any, I mean zero shavings on this magnet, and it looks very clean. It looks like this was serviced recently, so that's good news. I don't see any, I mean there's a little, as you see, metal in there, but I don't see anything that is concerning. This is a limited slip unit. Seems to be very smooth. The problem though is the axle seals. So that's those are just caking the brake drums full of fluid. So I think there's an inner seal in here. I'm not really sure, but I will find out. All right, well, I thought that was a magnet, but it's not, because it doesn't really stick to anything. That should be a magnet. So I'll clean this up and paint it. All right, so now we've got the diff cover off, the fluid's drained, and it is time to remove these 15 millimeter bolts. And the way that you do it is you just rotate this to this hole, and the hole will line up with the nut there, and you can go ahead and remove it. And by the way, I'm using a new shop light that the good folks it's called L-I-G-H, Hot Light, sent me. And this is kind of a different rendition of the Harbor Freight Braun unit, and I really like this one. This one goes both ways like the 500 lumen one, but this is a lot more lumens. It has a much more robust magnet. I'll show that later. and this can also be used as a power bank. This has like a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, where the Harbor Freight one has like, I don't know, 2,000 or less. So pretty cool. Really like it. More to come on that light. Okay, the first one came off super easy. I had it soaking in penetrant oil. Let's turn it and get the next one. Let's see if it comes off just as easy. Pretty darn easy. All right, rotate it to the next one. Now to get this axle out, we're going to use this Maddox MB16-1 from Harbor Freight. And so this is a 9-way 5-pound slide hammer puller set. This is everything it comes with. So we're going to probably use one of these two items here. Let's check it out. So this has a nice diagram on the back. It has 1 through 15. So we're going to use 15, this front hub puller here, right here, I think. Or we might use, nope, this says 5, rear axle puller. You see number 5, rear axle puller, right here. So this is the rear axle, so let's pull it. We'll open it up here. Okay, let's see what she looks like here. Got some directions, some anti-rattle foam, and we are looking for this piece right here. That seems to match up with number 5. So this piece, and it looks like we should be able to put her right on here with some axle nuts or lug nuts. So I got the lug nuts saved right here. Let's grab a few of these and we will put them on here. Next thing I need is the actual hammer, and see if I can get it screwed into this right here. And then we will try to pull it out. First time, you're going to see it with me. That's it. So this is the setup I used to pull it. Now here we go. So this is the culprit. This seal right here was the seal that was leaking, getting all this full of your gear oil. And you've got your bearings and then your bearing holding device there. So this has to be pressed in. You actually have to cut these off, which I will do, and then press them in. Now, I think there's another seal up in there. Let's take a look. This is a Dana 44. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this whole thing out here. There's the end spline. The axle seems to be in pretty good shape. So do the bearings. It's just that seal that was giving me heartache with all the damage to the brakes. All right, I will take this hot lie and I will put on the tip light by pressing the mode button. And if I look up in there like that, I see what looks to me like some bearings. Let's see if you can see that up in there. All right, so now that the axle and all the fluids are drained, I'm going to clean this off as much as I can. Some brake cleaner. And one of the benefits of a major gear oil leak like this over time is there's no rust on that. That backing plate and everything is in really good shape. So I believe there is a seal behind here. So I have to take this whole carrier out. I will probably do that. So now that we've pulled that out, I'll show you a little bit more about this Harbor Freight slide hammer. So the internal or external jaw puller, which is number 1, this would come, where's it at here? Number 1, where's number 1? Right here. Okay, so that piece right there probably goes with the jaws. And so that is this piece here. It comes with the bolts, and you can put your internal or external jaws. This, you can pull, pilot bearings, seals, whatever with this. I've used them for many different things in the past. Obviously not this unit, but the ones I've rented. And you've got other things here. This is a little interesting puller that I've used in the past on other things. So, you can rent this for free at like an auto parts store, but you're going to pay $100 to $200, and then it's usually all dented up and messed up and missing pieces. And then you got to bring it back and argue to get your money back. So I say, buy once, cry once, bite the bullet, go to Harbor Freight, get this unit, and I think you will be happy with it. Let's see what kind of warranty this has. I'm really not sure. Let me find the take these directions out of here, and usually in the Harbor Freight directions, it's got what the warranty is. Well, it does have a limited 90-day warranty, so I can see why these things take a beating, and you would be bringing these hammers back because they would all be beat up. Anyway, this is worth it, so I don't have to keep going back and forth to the Autoport store, so I say this is a win. And as usual, the link will be in the description for that Harbor Freight dent puller, and there'll be another video to come on the actual repair and pressing in of those seals and bearings. So I really hope this video helped you understand how to pull the axle out of your Jeep Comanche, or really any Jeep that has a Dana 44 rear end. So y'all have a great weekend.